As we come on the air on this anniversary of 9/11, new worry about al-Qaeda. U.S. officials tell ABC News the terrorist organization is now increasing its recruits from an unlikely source, from Americans. More than 100 have signed on, including inside Syria. And ABC's chief investigative correspondent Brian Ross is here now to tell us who they are. Brian?
Well, Diane, U.S. law enforcement and intelligence officials tell ABC News that as many as 100 people in this country are under active surveillance tonight as potential terrorists, and that there are just as many who have left America to sign up as recruits for al-Qaeda overseas. It's a kind of American brigade. They come from small towns and big cities, law enforcement officials tell ABC News, including, they say, a man who lived here on Monte Vista Road in Phoenix. 30-year-old Eric Haroun was in the U.S. Army on the day of the 9/11 attacks. But this year, he became one of about a dozen Americans who authorities say are fighting in Syria with a group that has sworn allegiance to al-Qaeda, called al-Nusra.
You're going down in flames.
Haroun's father says his son just fell in with the wrong people.
He's the furthest thing from a terrorist that there could be.
But lured back to the U.S. by the FBI, Haroun will soon stand trial on charges he helped al-Qaeda.
I think that's the most disturbing thing, is to see Americans switching sides and going over to the enemy.
Alleged American recruits to al-Qaeda are showing up in hotspots across the Middle East and Africa. At least 50 young American men, many from Minnesota, have been tracked to the al-Qaeda group fighting in Somalia.
This is the real Disneyland. You need to come here and join us.
It is a place where a young man from the small town of Daphne, Alabama, became a top commander, Omar Hamami.
Our main objective, one of the things that we seek for in this life of ours, is to die as a martyr.
Hamami is now one of 5 Americans with huge rewards on their head because of their alleged al-Qaeda leadership positions, along with men from Waukesha, Wisconsin, Brooklyn, New York, Buffalo, New York, and Adam Gadon of Orange County, California.
Proceed to destroy.
Gadon, who once tore up his U.S. passport on camera, is now in al-Qaeda's leadership in Pakistan, regularly producing videos that urge Americans to buy guns and kill their own.
So what are you waiting for?
Gadon is the first American since the 1950s to be charged with treason. For obvious security reasons, the details of those people who are under surveillance in this country, the 100 or so, are closely guarded. Officials say they are cases in which there is not enough evidence to bring criminal charges yet, but more than enough concern to keep a very close eye on, Diane.
And again, some of these U.S. citizens fighting with al-Qaeda in Syria.
That's exactly right.
Okay, thank you so much, Brian.